think you can't go wrong with Shahira. I did want to, talk to you and see, because you've been through it.
Yes.
Kind of like, what made you, first of all, choose to go in? Maybe we'll start there. When you
Yeah.
first heard that Shahira has a class, what did you think it was?
For me, it was about like doing the work for myself because I've taken many classes before and I did take Reiki practitioner training before I got into this journey. And we did a little bit of work, but it wasn't to the level that Shahira is having us do in the class. I did a lot of introspection actually, which I really enjoy because I know that I've talked to other spiritual coaches about emotions, emotion logs, and even knowing what kind of emotions existed. I think my knowledge of emotions was very limited. And I think she gave us like a little pinwheel of emotions, and we were at the first week or so of class, we were logging them, and then like 3 4 times during the day, and then I would also like write if it was a negative emotion, what was I doing, what triggered it, and what did I do to shift it, because it's about acknowledging how you're feeling, the entire day. And I did it for a couple of weeks, probably at least for a month consistently. Even after she said, let's move on to the next thing. And she wasn't asking us about it, but I never done that before. And it was a big thing for me to learn that there were all these emotions,
Yeah, yeah. I remember, speaking to you during that time period, and I remember you saying that you were doing a lot of inner work, not that it was exhausting, but that you were like right on top of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
it was right on top of it. And then and I like the fact that she does it on the weekends because, it's really hard to get a week off work to do a class. I really like that. I wish there were more classes like that. Yeah, the
um,
embodiment of it, right? You embody the work, right? And because you believe in it so much, and I think that's been the change for me as well, embodying it. And it took a lot of time from me. Actually, I had to stop meeting every Sunday with the Sunday group because I had to I'm investing time on this. Need to take it serious. I had to take a little time off because I needed to practice, and I needed to, like you say, I needed to take it in. I needed to digest it because it's a lot of information, and it really deserves a lot of digestion. I don't want to project all my weaknesses, nothing, right? I don't want to judge in a different, and so I felt like this work that we did with Shahira was very, very needed for
yes,
me.
yes,
It was a small class, but it was good. We all
yes,
knew each other so much now that because we all had sessions with it,
yeah,
so yeah, and I use it a lot now. It's my go-to actually, my go-to modality now. When I have sessions with, especially with the corporate people, because a lot of times the corporate people only have an hour, and if I want to get a lunch hour and help them through a block or through something that's blocking and stopping them from moving forward with something, this is a really good talk therapy, because you don't have to go really deep to be able to start looking at things as
yes.
it's very direct, very precise, very, yeah.
Especially, I mean, I thank you. And you went through it. You kind of told, I just saw the changes in you. In a way, I want to say you were exhausted, but you weren't. It's like you were really on it. She was
Hmm.
giving you, I could feel that whatever work you were doing, it wasn't fluff. It was like, are you okay, Victoria?
I was seriously grinding, like a lot of levels. Yeah, exactly. It was a lot. It was
Yeah,
good work, but I needed to do it to be, helpful, and the clients that I have are the clients that would benefit from this tool because I don't have clients who have 3 or 4 hours. Action is really helpful because it gives you more time to
absolutely.
work on things over a lunch hour.
Yeah,
Sometimes I have sessions on a lunch hour because that's all the corporate clients have.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, this is brilliant.
And then I also like the mentoring group we have. I love it. I love that we have a mentoring group as well, which is really nice and helpful because we can share our cases with her and,
Mm.
with the group and see what, because there's all kinds of clients that we're going to get. They're going to be very different than the clients you got in IH and PLT. And so you're going to have different issues that would be supported there. And we get a lot of good support from Shahira, because we find a way to work with them. A lot of times, they have so much trauma, right, that they're not even able to get into a full session at the beginning. So she teaches us all these tools to soothe for all the somatic symptoms that they could come
Mm.
up with, right? Some
Mm.
people dissociate, right? I've had some clients that dissociate, and I've had clients who believe they had some witchcraft done to them, or I've heard of them, and it's things that we couldn't really, I mean, there were tools.
And then I think it's Shahira and the conversations with her that kept bringing IFS back,
Yeah.
because she works with it,
Yeah. And
and
same here, and I kept telling her because I was asking her questions outside of class about my victim client. But I want to help the client be ready, right? So what can I do to help them? What if I'm the only solution and I'm the last resort? And if I couldn't help them, showing them any somatic things, or how they could get some work done so they could get out of the victim role. Right. And that's where I kept having these conversations with Shahira. I go, I wish, I kind of was wishing, I was manifesting that somehow somebody would offer a class. Right? And then Shahira said she was doing it. And that's why I had to jump on it, because at that time I was in a momentum, as you remember, right? I
yes,
really wanted to just do it. Right. I'm getting chills in my body as we're having this conversation with PLT and mainly now parts. I love parts. I mean, I'm just so in love with it. I mean,
yes,
and I
yes,
combine it with PLT. Sometimes some clients want to go to the womb, so I've done womb healings with parts. I
yes.
mean, we go to that part, but I feel the client needs to go to the womb, and they want to go to the womb, and they go to the womb, and then I bring them back to parts.
Yeah, yeah. This is, I really feel it's an important tool. So,
Yeah.
and you're confirming it. And I know over the years, Shahira's mind is one that I absolutely just honor, and how her mind works. And I know if this is something that she uses, then it's definitely a worthy tool to have.
And then I like the homework that we give our clients, because it's like versus the other stuff we were doing just one session at a time. This you can have multiple sessions, and that's what I'm learning with being in Shahira, that I can learn how to package things so I don't spread myself thin, because I can't have so many clients. I could probably only have one or two clients a week with a max, because I still in my other job, right, in my matrix job, so I can ease into it, right, and also give them homework, because the homework is what helps you, keep the connection with the part of you, right? I mean, you have to love it, you have to acknowledge it every day, check in with it every day for 21 days. Every time you wake up, look at your eyes in the mirror, look at that 5-year-old version of you that was bullied in school or whatever happened, right? But she's safe, and you're checking in how she's doing, like, does she want I even like have clients like have a little altar, and journal, do drawings, things. They create a playlist of when they were that age, so you continue doing the inner child work, right?
I love that. That's an excellent point that you made right there, because giving clients homework, I think, is such an important key, because they're going to leave the bubble, your bubble, which felt so good. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but like I noticed, many times they come in one way and they leave very different.
Right.
But now the trick is, how long after you open those doors and leave your session, how long can you keep carrying that bubble around you, where you can still interact with the world, but it's not closing in on you? So I think this homework is how you keep them linked to the work they've been doing with you. you know, and that is also their commitment to themselves,
Right.
you know.
Right.
So yes, they come to you willingly, but it's not like, Victoria, fix me and I'll
Right.
see you next week. It's like, help me fix myself, and I'm responsible enough to come every week and responsible enough to do what I committed to myself to do. You know, so I think, I mean, I'm glad you brought this point up, because I think that is also key to people really making changes faster and more lasting. Definitely fits in our toolbox. It's a different tool, but it's in the same toolbox.
I like her mentoring group. I love it. It's my favorite time of the month, honestly. Like,
Wow. Okay. All right.
it's
Wow.
just you learn so much from all the other from her sessions. She has very complex sessions, and the other practitioners have questions. I have questions, and then it's just
Okay. Okay. This, once you enroll in her class, there is that month.
mentoring. She has the mentoring group monthly. She does it monthly.
Wow. Wonderful. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're gonna be part of the new family.
I hope so. I hope so. I am ready. I am ready. You know, she just, my friendship with her has been an immense wealth in my life, you know. So yes, you know, so more of Shahira can only be more goodness coming in.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
I'm excited.
So yeah, so I'm looking forward. I feel like these sessions now with Shahira, yes, part of my training, but it's also part of my healing.
Yeah.
And just talking to you and seeing how it's been part of your journey. I mean, even that fact, like it came as a side thing, that your dreams now are more clear, you remember them. It's like, okay, this is, I mean, I knew it was deep work. It's even like it comes with more perks than you can imagine.
Yeah, right. Because people do work. I've taken classes on Mind Valley about it, and this and that. I do all these exercises and da 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 da, and even out of body experiences I've had after I took her class. And I took a class on that, and Mind Valley, and nothing was clicking until I worked on feeling my emotions. I think the emotion log, and then having all these sessions, and then it really made a lot of knowing myself in a different level than I thought I knew.